Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. And yeah, it's not warm at all. As you can see, I'm in my coat. It's not raining, but it is freezing, so it counts. Just thinking, do I want to go down here? Do I want to go down over there? I'm gonna try and avoid the rest of that road. I started, I turned my phone on, I held my arm up, and I realized there was a car behind me already, so you gotta be careful not to get bruised. Well, not bruised, I mean, get your arm clean off. Whichever way. Well, apparently it's private access down here. Hopefully for cars, but otherwise I'll just turn right. Doesn't matter. Although, wow, actually. Huh. There's something interesting down there, look. I'm a pedestrian, I'll be fine. Either way, I'd just be retracing my steps, if anything else. Alright. And I'm not even by the road, and the road's down there. It's already making lots of noise. Gone are the times when these cars would just not hassle you and not be about because everyone was indoors. Or maybe I just actually no, I did come out of this time before. Yeah, it was then. Oh well. I've got other things on my mind right now, as you can expect, because again, it's December, and granted, I have achieved one of the things that I set out to do. Actually, I have finished Tales of Ser Nickenoth, season 1, that is. Season 2, we will be doing a season 2. That will happen at some point, and it will be better than the first one. When that's going to happen, I do not know. Definitely next year, obviously, but I know it could be any time. I don't really have a defined point. And I like things that way. Although granted, I didn't only get like half a season of the Musical Season 2 done. Partly due to late voice actor submissions and such. But yeah, as for... I've started with a few people actually who showed up a lot of the time to the live recording sessions are also having like no trouble at all adapting to the new format that I'm doing. I say that because I was trying to do a Christmas special, and some people who hadn't featured the Mutant Girl in some time are scheduled to appear in it. That being said, I've made next to no progress whatsoever on that because it's just taking forever. It's because people haven't got lines in, or I haven't got the one guy that I can't access on Discord in. I could voice Julius myself, but then again, I don't want to actually do that because I'm waiting for my new mic to come in. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and buy everything again on Amazon Prime this time. Apparently I ordered the microphone that I'm going to get from the US Amazon rather than the UK one, so everything's taking extra time to ship. But then again, they do have another 5 days to make proper on their promise. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm standing here, but both the car lights and the pedestrian lights are red. What am I supposed to do here? I just stuck. Nope, their turn. Like I said, lots of cars. Okay, now it's red again. I'm still on red here, so... I guess I'll just go. I mean, we're on red on both sides, but still, go this lady go past, actually. Okay. Right, here we are now. Oh, hello! Sorry. Was he in frame? I don't know if he was in frame. Oh no, there he is. Okay, still waiting, still waiting. Okay, go. Don't know what's wrong with those lights, but they've not changed once in the entire time I was there. If you believe it or not, that was worse than Liverpool. I know, right? Crazy idea. But yes, there are some traffic lights that can be worse than Liverpool's ones. Oh well. Where was I before? Something about the Christmas special, getting people's lines in. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, Amazon. Because I said that I got some stuff from the US version of Amazon. I don't know why it defaulted to that one. I think because my account is set up in the US, because I had to do that for, in order to publish my book, Erasmus the Elf. Because I did that through Kindle Direct Publishing, and they require you to sign up, with your legal national birth, whether you're an American citizen or not, yada yada yada. So, yeah, I am an American citizen, so that actually does mean that I thought I saw someone I knew there. I'll have to check that later. I'm not going to stop now because I'm filming. That's not fair. What was I going to say? Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say again. Every time I come down the high street, I always think I see someone that I know. And granted, most of the time I'm right, so that very well could have been her, but oh well. It's like... Oh yes. So yeah, I'm an American citizen, so I registered there because it's actually an American service, so I don't know, it's just their methodology. There was a lot of paperwork involved in that, but luckily they didn't require the passport, which actually mine expired some time ago. But oh well. Which way do I go down? Getting surprising amounts of cars in both directions. So I'm gonna go this way. Don't normally get cars around here. Sometimes you do. When you do, they don't make much noise, so you're usually fine. Okay, I'm on the road now. Well, technically the road, but again, it's more of a path. Okay, so that's probably why it was set to the US one. I just forgot to change it. So yeah, needless to say, sometime between now and December 14th, I'm supposed to be receiving that package of things. And yeah, I got an XLR this time because, I'm just trying to, keep upgrading as I go along. And I think it was the one that MC Mason recommended to me quite some time ago, along with the other power supplies and such. I got those on Black Friday, or the Sunday from Black Friday, I think. No, it was November 27th. Yeah, it was Black Friday. Yeah. So I got those on Black Friday, but yeah, if I have to buy them again, might even have to get an Amazon Prime subscription so they come the next day. I don't know. It might be required to do that, because I know that my dad and brother both have Amazon Prime subscriptions, but let's face it, if I want to get that, I'm probably just gonna get it myself. Especially not gonna make my brother do it, because that's not fair on him. But yeah, that's why I haven't done some of the narration and things. Which reminds me, I'm now going to have two different recordings in the Siren musical, because there was one scene I didn't do for that one yet. or at least one that I can't find myself having done. So I'm not sure. But yeah, it's going to be interesting hearing that contrast in my microphone. But yeah, again, Siren musical's not meant to come out until next year. I did have a discussion with somebody about that. One of the people who offered to co-write, and Grant hasn't done much in the way of co-writing, to be fair, but still was saying, oh yeah, you need to publish this by the end of the year or something like that. Well, no, I don't. First of all, it's more of a summary project anyway, so it doesn't matter when I publish it around this time. Second of all, I'm not cancelling it. And third of all, I've got tons of other things to do. And so I explained that. Again, she proceeded to keep talking to me like I was 5 years old and didn't understand the concept of what she was saying. When, spoiler alert, it was pretty much the other way around. I don't know anymore. So needless to say, that did not help with my stressed mental state. But it didn't hinder me too much. I was alright. I think a few other people have had it a bit worse than I have recently. In terms of mental states, that is. And granted, I've been trying to help with that. I'm not going to elaborate, but yeah. Doing what I can, but what I can is not as much as I would like it to be. I don't know, have they opened up that playground again? That playground there, that's the one from the film. I don't know. If you don't remember, I did a film called The Lost Treasure of Phineas Dakota. It was a short film, 6 minutes long. And yeah, I recorded that there. It features Beanie Boy, actually, if anyone's interested. Yeah, he's one of the lead roles. I'm just a side character in my own project. Which, granted, considering what I went on to do in Gacha, makes perfect sense. You know, I always get told, oh yeah, you should definitely voice your own main characters or something. With the exception of the mutant girl, of course, because again, the mutant girl. But in general, I think I tend to just fill in for other blank characters that I don't have voices for as of yet. And even then, this time I needed a phone operator for the last Through Her Eyes episode, and I got someone else to do it. Again, I won't say why I need a phone operator, because that's a huge spoiler for the finale of that mini-series. But other than that, and yes, they have opened the park. That's a pretty good way to go. Again, there's a bunch of people down there, but I wanted to go down by the river. Not sure. Just reminded myself of a song called Down by the Riverside. I got a horrible harmony for that in choir one time. For those that don't know, whenever I'm in a choir these days, I sing in the soprano section because I like to train out my falsetto, because I use my other register everywhere else. So honestly, the falsetto needs a little bit of an exercise sometimes too. So whenever I am in a choir, I always do that. Granted, a lot of the stuff I've been doing recently has been to do with deeper voice impressions. And yeah, that's something interesting. I'm gonna have to start watching My Hero Academia, actually. And I say that because I've started doing a bunch of impressions there. I mean, I've been doing a Derby one for some time. You know, the guy who's all the way down here, and oh, wow. Just as I pull out the impression, there's a bunch of cars that come by. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me do this, but oh well, doesn't matter. But yeah, I've been doing other ones like Shigaraki and Aizawa. And sometimes Bakugo. I know, I'll just keep going through the list, I think. It turns out, I thought, from the impression that I got from looking at the artwork, I thought Deku would have a much higher voice than he does, quite frankly. I don't remember where it is, actually, but it's lower than I imagined. I guess, again, Yamato SFX was in My Hero Academia Abridged. Actually, you know, he does sound quite high-pitched anyway, naturally speaking, so not that that's surprising, really. Okay, noisy car avoidance time. Going back down here, down the bridge. But yeah, and I've also been helping people write some My Hero Academia fan fictions, which is interesting. I say helping people write them. I'm mostly on spell correction and such, because what else am I going to do? I haven't watched the show yet. Yeah, that's interesting. I've been trying to get people to read my my Harry Potter fanfic. It's one I've been working on for about 3 years now, and it's all about Teddy Lupin and his time at Hogwarts. Which I realised that people haven't read the books, they don't know who Teddy Lupin is, and I had to explain that to people. It's written in the same style that I'm trying to replicate the style of a Harry Potter book. So the fact that I'm getting people to read something in the style of Harry Potter book when they haven't read a Harry Potter book is a little bit ill-suited, but oh well. Doesn't matter. I'll convince people to read it. Because you know what? If they don't want to share their fanfics, then I'm going to share mine. That's how that works. Might make a gacha of that someday. Emma said that might be an interesting idea to do. I'll have to go on the Butter Bunch and make sure it's not affiliated with any of the production companies that we have. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Although again, that does make it something interesting, because that does mean that what would like blur the line between amateur voice acting and professional voice acting. Now that I think about it, that might not work as well. I'm not sure. Again, plans for next year. For this year, I really need to figure out when Pixelmon is going to finish. I don't mean when Pixelmon is going to finish, but how many more videos I have. Next episode, I realize is a little bit of a minor turning point, and also the 7th gym badge. So, given that there's one more, I don't know how long that's going to be, and then there's a bunch of stuff with the league. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure as to how long that's going to be. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look, because again, my computer disk space can only take so much storage, and there are a few things that definitely need clearing out, like some of the raw files of the Taming the Bad Boy reviews. Which, by the way, episode 9 came out a little bit later, and I must say I wasn't too impressed with the editing job that BB did. Out of an hour and 60 minutes, he shaved off 8 minutes. Didn't put the clips in when prompted to do so. Gave me a HitFilm file, so I had to download HitFilm in order to access the render in the first place. Made it seem like there was a bunch of raw files in when there was only one that I needed to actually be sent, and took ages to do that. So I don't know. Just a whole mess. I once had a talk. Oh my! I once had a talk with my mum about the important videos on my channel and why I shouldn't let other people edit them. But again, with the Mutant Girl and the Furious Eyes, it's worked out just fine. And I do mean that, because people actually, do the things and they get them in a timely fashion. Unfortunately, she'd already told me that after I'd sent BB the other review, months after, in fact. Granted, it actually gave me something back this time. At least that was something. Because I mean, Lizzie gave me back nothing, and I had to edit the entire project by myself, which was not ideal. So I won't complain too much about that. But still, come on. So yeah, I shaved it off to about half an hour because there's a bunch of fluff in there. Also, a scene that... Hang on. And now I've forgotten it again. Although what I'm noticing is that there's actually an advert behind me for Surrey's only pantomime, it says there. I'm gonna get closer. Right. So yeah, look at that. Surrey's only panto, Beauty and the Beast. From the 12th to the 26th of December. Which, I mean, really? Oh, it's the guy from the Mousetrap. I think I saw him in the Mousetrap, I'm not sure. No idea. Yeah, well, quite a few famous faces in there. Why not? Well, I can think of why not. Yes, it's right here. It's happening right here, and the place is open. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused because, yeah, still says no entry and such. I don't know. I feel like it might be a bit too soon to open up theatres again. Not that I'm complaining, because, I mean, I thought the theatres were going to open, I don't know, sometime in March at the rate that we're going right now. But yeah. Not too bad. I'm going to try and circle back to what I was saying about Pixelmon or something. About how to plan for that. Because granted, I mean, Pixelmon seems to symbolize a little bit of a weird place for my channel. Because the month of April was when Pixel month, but also when lots of the subs started coming in. The views weren't that good. But the subs were. I thought they were coming in for the voice acting projects. But now, I'm actually not so sure anymore. And the reason I say that is because it's, yeah, it's because the same thing's happening again. Well, actually not quite. When I published other things besides Pixelmon, then it has a bit of an issue. But yeah, when I publish other things than Pixelmon, it's leaves a bit of a gap where suddenly sub counts start going down. The Tell Me the Bad Boy ones, you know, those have taken me down considerably sometimes, and then Pixelmon just puts them right back up again. And also, like I've said before, I'm the anti-YouTuber. When I leave for some time, my sub count goes up, and the more that I post, the more my subs go down. I really don't know why that is, but there you go. Okay, now it's starting to get very populated around here. I was going to find a clear exit, but again, up there, narrow road, noisy cars. I'm probably going to sign out soon. But yeah, just so you know, everything is still in plan, and since the Nikonauth has concluded the season 1, progress has been made. And I'm almost done with Tell Me the Bad Boy now too, so I can put that one to rest. I might do a couple of analysis videos in the new year, like, you know, maybe like ranking the best and worst episodes, going into what I wanted to do in the first place, all the way back in June of last year when I decided to review all the episodes, is to decide how best to fix Taming the Bad Boy. And granted, that's changed a bit as well, because back then it was all about how to fix it going forward, how to improve the series and how to make something different going forward while still maintaining the same audience that it had accrued. However, that ends up not being the case because there's a helicopter now. Are you joking? Right, yeah, that not being the case because obviously Mimi's channel got suspended, so now Emma has the mission to remake Taming the Bad Boy, which granted, because of the nature of Aiden and us being friends with him, the script for that has already started, because of course it has, but they haven't got very far, so there's still time. I mean, there's some people like Mixels Pixels, for example, who are already invested and already thinking of ways to go about doing a remake. And granted, some of the ideas are good, some of them are not so much. But we'll get to that in due time, because that's something else that I have to release before too long. So yeah, doesn't matter for now. I do remember what I was going to say before, actually, is that in episode 11 I cut the scene which would have otherwise probably helped to get Mimi's channel suspended. Because yeah, if you've seen the episode, you know what it features. At least I describe what it features. I didn't actually show it because I thought that part I can at least bury. You know, I know that I'm cruel to people that I review things from. You know, I'm a cruel critic. But I'm not a monster. And also I care about my own audience, so I'm not going to subject them to that. So yeah, 2 reasons. Okay, I'm definitely going to sign off soon. I've got a NavMouse stream today, so don't worry, you get something interesting today as well. Maybe you'll get a Pixelmon video too. I don't know. Maybe I should wait until after the stream to publish the Pixelmon one. I'm not sure. People are probably going to be tired of me by then. But then again, if the sub decline is anything to go by, and then the subsequent rise, that people are getting tired of me in general anyway. People want Pixelmon apparently. Who knew? So yeah, you know, live and learn, I suppose. Maybe one day I'll get back to the substantial growth that I was getting at that point. Then the road to 1K that I proposed last week would actually seem feasible once more. As it stands, that might be a New Year's resolution for me. We'll see. But until that point, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And also, I'm still, even might not be doing a road to 1K, might not get there, but I still want subscriptions, please. So do go ahead and subscribe if you've not done so already. I mean, if you watch this entire video, then chances are you haven't got much of a threshold for entertainment, so you're probably quite bored anyway, so go ahead and do it. But yes, on that note, until next time, farewell.